Welcome back, dear readers. The first chapter, titled Needs, Desires and Dreams, will give a new direction to your thoughts and will also help you to think about yourself. While writing this chapter, I have also tried to understand various aspects, and by connecting them with my life experience, I have visualized the image so that it can be explained to you in true sense. Let's enjoy this journey and also benefit ourselves. Avashyakta, Ichcha, Evam, Swapn. Necessity is the mother of invention. Basic needs play an important role in the life of every person. Nature has also made available the material included in the basic needs in abundance for all the living beings. In fact, it is a selfishness of nature itself because it wants to energize itself through us. But human beings do not understand these points, which are understood by other living beings. Apart from humans, all the types of creative work that nature has done, they all enjoy life to the fullest while fulfilling their responsibilities. No one collects any resource in particular more than is necessary. But despite being the best creation of human nature, it is not able to know well. Basically, it is also necessary for human being to do this because he has the biggest responsibility towards nature. Man always tries to keep his environment clean and safe. His every act also works in this direction. But when he loses the proper control of energies, then a web of illusion is presented before him. The special method he has to use to become free from it is called spiritual science. But in the changing environment of education, this method has almost become extinct. Even at present, many types of such research institutes are working in the world, which are working for the upliftment of human beings in every way at their respective levels. Methods are available from time to time for the way a human has to conduct his life. But due to non-availability of the method of determination of energies in the true sense, the human mind always remains confused, and is unable to make the best use of its own life. Because our subject is related to basic needs, then we should know that all the living beings in the whole world have the same basic needs. First of all, pure air is available in it. Air is such an element that we probably need every single second. Air has also been made available to us in abundance in nature. It is absolutely necessary to keep it clean, but the element on which its cleanliness depends is called the water element. Water is that element for humans which it uses after air. 70% of human physical body is water-based. Humans have to keep 70% of their food safe for water throughout their life, in which about 30% of the water they have to take directly. He takes the remaining 40% in the form of food or air. Potable water is available in plenty on Earth. After this, the next requirement is nutritious food, which we also call our food. Since the human body has to supply 30% of its physical needs, it uses about 3 different hours per day. According to Ayurveda, the morning meal should be the most nutritious. Midday meal should be full of energy and dinner should be full of decency. Nature has already made such a system. We only need to have a basic knowledge of it. We just have to understand the style of food and take as much food as is required by us. According to Yoga Shastra, we have to divide our food into 4 parts, out of which 2 parts should be attracted for food, 1 part for water, and the last part for air. After this, the thing which is needed by every person is clothes. Clothes mainly indicate the element of fire. This means that fire should be used in such a way that it can use the inner and outer nature in a balanced quantity. Fire is the element which mainly binds the inner and outer nature in a bond. We should basically choose our clothes according to the kind of environment we live in. If we look at the mixed economy and culture, then at present our attitude towards our clothes has changed. If we live in a hot region, we should wear cool clothes. Similarly, if we live in a cold region, we should wear warm clothes. On the contrary, the balance of nature related to the fire element is affected, which has a direct effect on the air, and the flow of water gets obstructed. If we look carefully, no one has so much technical knowledge in this subject, but the rules which we have determined naturally explain to us about these. The needs of every person's life are very limited. If his needs are satisfied, he can easily move to the next aspect, which we define as a desire. Desire is such a word which we also have to understand seriously. When our basic needs are met, then we start to see a new perspective of our life. This approach actually sets us on a journey that determines our future. We also identify the qualities hidden within us and work to increase our responsibility accordingly. For example, when we are living our life as a student, then many types of options are taking birth in our mind. All these alternatives may be equivalent to those materialistic lifestyles. But some are also working in the opposite direction. If we are getting food, water, and clothes, then along with this we think about those facilities which can help in making our life pleasant. These facilities basically prove useful in our efficiency and skill development. But it is not only necessary to collect facilities. It is also necessary to know how useful they are available in our lives. In general, due to an illusion of the mind, we keep the facilities with us but are able to make very little use of them. Some of its rules have been set in economics, the basis of which is basically explained under the topic, demand and supply. According to this rule, those items should always be supplied, which proves the size of demand in the market. If more than the requirement is supplied, then that commodity starts reducing its utility. In the same way, before making anything available in our life, make sure that at what level it is useful for us. There is also a theory of utility in which the user balances his expenses according to the value of that item. If utility is increasing our expenses, then in such a situation that item is proving to be economically harmful for us. We need to do this to build our future in the right direction. If we want to make anything an ally of our life, then before that if any other thing related to it is available with us, and its utility can remain even after the arrival of new thing for us. In such a situation, it is said to be the best to bring a new thing. But if the skill of the new thing is made with innovation, then in such a situation it is considered best to remove the old thing after that new thing enters our life. We can only give space in our personal life to those things which are of utmost importance to us. But whenever something gets connected with our life, then in that situation our inclination towards it starts working to give direction to our thoughts. Basically, we do not get any special knowledge about this, and we slowly go on being buried under a burden without any reason. We have to draw our attention to one and only thing, that is the kind of life we are actually living. Is that what is best for us, or are we demanding any change in life? There is really no end to desires, because in the society we live in, it is bound to change after a period of time. In such a situation, if we want to connect with our society in view of renewal, then in such a situation, it would be considered best to add those facilities to our lives so that we can do our work shoulder to shoulder with the society. We always have to control ourselves on the fact that we have to use the facilities only in limited condition. It may be that the facilities that we currently want to use are going to change soon. In such a situation, our expenditure of money towards those facilities will be in vain. Coming to this point, we have to learn one more thing. Whenever money is exchanged with which a particular good is attached, then in such a situation we have to seriously consider utility. Our wealth basically reveals our potential. Only two things or qualities in the world are helpful in taking us to our highest position. This special quality is basically said in the context of materialism. These two qualities are marked by economic and positional power. In today's materialistic era, on one hand, where a rich person lives life happily, on the other hand, if a person is of a high position, then he is also able to live his desired life. So if you basically want to become rich, then you should pay special attention to these 2 points. For this, first of all, that intelligence skill should be built in you, which is used by intelligent people and rich people. There is a saying that money attracts money. What does it mean that a person who is rich tries to earn more money with his intelligence skills? Apart from this, he is also very enthusiastic about investing money. On the other hand, the person who occupies a good position is also basically working on plans for the future. In every situation, one thing is worth remembering, which we call investment. We will also discuss this topic in detail in the future. Right now our aim should be focused only towards understanding the desires. All our wishes should be fulfilled in such a way that there is no excessive expenditure of our money, and we should also feel happiness according to our lifestyle. For this it becomes absolutely necessary to list your wishes to us. When a person's wishes start getting fulfilled, then in such a situation the intellectual capacity of his brain starts getting intense. This means that a person starts planning to work towards a direction that can be directly seen as a larger form of the future. But only a limited number of people are able to do this work and illuminate their lives. Most of the people are not able to earn money again by investing money after accumulation of money. In general, the third party which we are seeing in the form of a dream, for that it is necessary to have great intelligence. This is because small-minded people always see everything with selfishness. We have to take our attitude towards such actions in the form of our dreams, which can show us the world beyond this physical world. A common man wants to acquire only materialistic things in the form of dreams. Dream is such a direction that compels us to think from this world to the other world. In a normal lifestyle, dreams mean the fulfillment of desires that are basically engaged in the facilities of wealthy people. We should always understand one thing, that the development of our intellectual power is the solution to every question. But this intellectual power is not so easily available to every person. The intellectual force of a person is mainly based on the heart. That is, the stronger the heart, the stronger the intellectual power. For example, if the engine of a vehicle is strong, then it can not only carry more people but can also transport people from one place to another at a high speed. One thing becomes clear from these situations, that if the basic needs of any person are always fulfilled in life, then he gets attracted towards desires. Due to the environment not being healthy, he starts seeing his desires in the form of dreams. Because desires are only an illusion, therefore desires can never be fulfilled. Dream is actually called such a goal which can take us beyond the mainstream of nature and introduce us to the real joy of life. Apart from this, these three cannot be explained at this stage right now. By the time you finish reading the subsequent chapters, you will automatically be able to explain them to yourself. In your next chapter you will try to get closer to your life. Jivan Ye Mera Hai is the title of the next chapter, which will give you a whole new experience by connecting it with specific events of your life. Friends, you have finished the first chapter. For this you deserve congratulations. This book has been written only for you, so you should take full advantage of it, which you have introduced by completing this chapter. If you want to get a copy of the same, you can fill the form by visiting the link given in the description, and you can also get it in your own language. You make this channel yours forever, for which you press the subscribe button and also press the bell icon so that every new information can reach you quickly. You must share this book with up to 5 of your friends.